Yes, we are. Perfect. There's where the guys. As you can see here. Right. Now we're good. Now we are good. No, I've actually saw my dice pop. Anyway. Welcome everyone to the playoffs. Let's do this. 3, 2, 8. Oh. Hang on a minute. Need to wait for time to catch up. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Can you actually think of a better way to start this playoffs than with a North London derby between Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal? We had this already in prime time. It did not go well for the Lily Whites. They lost 5-1 in a derby thrashing. But this is the playoffs. Anything can happen. Spurs are the higher seed, and they have earned home advantage. The first of 11 primetime games for you this summer, to end a spectacular Ultimate League season with an even better playoff run. So let's go into some stats actually. Let's have a look and see. So we've got goals scored here. Tottenham finished in 10th with 66 goals scored in the league. Arsenal finished in 14th, just not far below them. But Arsenal have a superior defence. They only conceded 42 goals, which is still 9th in the league. Meanwhile, for Tottenham, they finished 18th. They had a wild run in the middle of the season where they just conceded 5, 6, 7. You never really knew how many they were going to let in. That mainly was due to the injury crisis that Ange Postecoglou's men have had to deal with. I mean, Arsenal have had their own series of injuries too. They had to start Ethan Nwaneri for a couple of games as well with Bukayo Saka out. So, here we go. It's a 4-3-3. You saw the lineups already on our Instagram. The choreo starts in net. It's a 4-3-3 for Spurs, as like I said. Jed Spence in at left back. Maddison starts in. No Heung-min Son. He's then stuck on the bench, as well as Bissouma and Sarr. I can also see Kinski in there as well. You got a horror game in here. Here we go. Here's Arsenal's. It's another 4-3-3. The formations will collide here. Jakub Kiwior in for the injured Gabriel Magalhaes. And no Kai Havertz as well. Leandro Trossard takes his place. Mikel Merino stuck on the bench as well as Zinchenko and Calafiori. Are you ready? Spurs in the white. Arsenal in the red. Time to take over. That's never going to get over. Don't worry. Here we go. Maddison starts off well with Jed Spence. This is, that's how to tell, letting things go. Odegaard. Rice. Not Trossard. Porro is a little bit distracted there. Martinelli now races towards the box, but Porro with the effort to deal with. Here's Johnson. Kulusevski now. You have to admit that both of these wingers will be fighting for that spot next season. Here's with Charleston now. Back to Tell! It's already looking like a better Tottenham Hotspur from the last time we saw them against Arsenal. Lovely play. Just couldn't find the finish. And it's gone. First highlight. Love that. Here's Jakub Kiwior. Maddison. Oh, Tell. I mean, Timber's just let it go here. Back towards Maddison. Oh, it's not there from Timber. Great block by the Dutchman. Back to Johnson now. He's in space. Let's go 5. It's Kiwior with the block. Here's back to Kulusevski now. This is Tell going through a goal. Parried by Raya. And held on by the Spaniard. There's Timber now, setting it free for Bukayo Saka, his first prominent touch of the game. He'll definitely be the key outlet. Also hoping to time in the playoffs, and it ended with a 2-1 loss straight out of there to Real Madrid last Saturday night in the spot that's going to be taken place by Bayern Atletico later tonight. Here's Spurs down the counter. Tell, offside. It's a high defensive line, that. Just makes his run a sliver too early. Is it his boot that's caught offside? Yeah. I thought it was his hand then. I thought they were really unlucky. Meanwhile, Tottenham, they got to the quarterfinals before getting dashed 5-1 by Aston Villa at Villa Park. Well, they inevitably went on to win the whole thing. Saka. Here's Odegaard. Rice, back towards Odegaard. Look at the pass in there from Arsenal, but Romero with the clean-up. Back and forth we go. Richarlison looking for Matthias Tel. He's definitely been the danger man at the moment for Tottenham. Got Richarlison the centre. He will find him. It sings the hands right, but pushed away. Martinelli now. Oh, Romero. Lovely play. Here's Van de Ven. Very strong, very quick. Not really utilised by Tottenham. Richarlison. Good line up a shot here. Saliba gets in the way. It'll fall for Kulusevski now. Still not cleared for Arsenal. Richarlison. And Raya is getting put to work early. That one nearly crept in the far corner. And Timber gets caught out of possession here. Chance now for Spurs. Maddison parried again by Ryan. He held on again. A flurry of chances for Tottenham. And now Arsenal hoping to counter against the Europa League champions. Odegaard. Saka. Here is Martin Odegaard and Van de Ven. We get away, but Spencer's only got it far as Timber. That's the Saka now. This is Trossard going through on goal. Van de Ven's got to keep tight and does. This is great defence in Tottenham so far. Maddison now over the top. Tell with the header back to Spencer, and he just about managed to get to him. The Saka, I don't even know what the heck he was doing. But Odegaard cuts out the pass. It's a real chess match going on. Nerves obviously getting tighter as well as Saka. That's a lovely bit of play. And what a save from Vicario to introduce yourself into the fixture. Ball now holds it up for Rice, and he'll come off in for a corner, for a goal kick, sorry. There's the new Context Pro ball made by Adidas for our playoffs here. Adidas the blue, they gave us purple instead. He's a regal factor if you ask me. One of the Arsenal fans behind that goal thinking they nearly erupted into raptures then from Bukayo Saka's curled shot. Kulusevski now. Johnson. Kulusevski now turns on the burners. He's got Tell at the back's post and he'll find him. There's a really irregular chance that for Spurs. I'm not really sure why Tell didn't head it back to the free Maddison. Goes for goal, hits the side netting. Timber. Here's Thomas. Partey. You're in Timber now, Odegaard. Trossard, lovely help on his Saka now. Back towards the Belgian who hits on resistance. And Vicario in full stretch. And smart play by Romero hits off Martinelli's face comically for another Spurs goal kick. You have to feel for Arsenal there, they couldn't take advantage. That is some save. They go short. And the Arsenal pressure forces them to go long instead. Richarlison takes it down. Kulusevski spreads the play towards Tell. And Odegaard almost got penalised there. Spence. Looking for Tell. Here is Spence, and Timber will keep it in bounds. Saka. And now Trossard. Spurs caught on the counter again here. And a massive challenge from the world champion, Christian Romero, proving where he is one. Anthony Taylor letting things go so far. Richarlison. Oh, we had a chance to go forward there. Let's go for Spence instead. Here's Maddison now. Back towards Richarlison. That's love for Tottenham. And the first goal! It's taken 40 minutes, but Spurs break the deadlock. And look at the scenes. This is some belter to open up the playoffs in style. David Raya has been pretty good this game, but he has absolutely no chance at that one. "41 minutes gone. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 0. What can Arsenal do to respond? They have been the worst side of this game. They've had a couple of pop shots from distance and one in the box. If not for Carlos, two massive saves, it probably could be 2-1. Martinelli now. Trossard. Oh, look at that for a blistering bit of pace. He gets Ravocaro, and that is a superhuman stop. Times it to perfection. And keeps the score at 1-0. Johnson. Here's Maddison now. Spurs looking to hold the advantage. Johnson now. And still Brennan Johnson. And still. Alright. Gathers in the end. What do Arsenal have to do here at the half-time break? Saka against Spence. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful defending. So that'll do it. Spurs currently in the lead. I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's been a real good game of football. I'll tell you that much. Two quality sides battling out, and Spurs have got their noses in front 5 minutes before the whistle. But they have been the better side in the game. It should probably be 2-0 apparently, according to the XG, 2.5. 11 shots to 5 as well. And if we look at the top performers, Vicario stands out for Tottenham. Hello, 7.7, 3 saves. To be fair, this from Trossard here is a brilliant save. That is incredible. I would not expect an AI a goalkeeper to do that. Didn't realise he was charging out as well. They don't really do that. Maddison and Richarlison as well, being the Maddison providing Richarlison with that beautiful finish from I want to say 12 yards there. Yeah, it's freaking broken. David Raya making his 5 saves as well. Had no chance. I mean, look at that. Look at the placement on that shot. Perfect. If you ask me, I think the left side definitely needs to be changed up a bit. Martinez not really had much luck here against Pedro Porro. So Arsenal have 45 minutes again to save the season. 11th last year, 9th this year. Surely it can't have the same outcome. As Odegaard looks to right the wrongs immediately. Trossard into Martinelli and Hausenhurst. You've got to be kidding me. That has got to go in. And it doesn't even hit the target. What a beautiful run that was by Odegaard. A quick little change into Trossard. There's cut back across, and Martinelli just missed an absolute golden chance. Spurs counting their lucky stars. Bentancur into towards Richarlison. He'll help it on here. Richarlison could go for goal into Saliba's legs, trying to cripple the man. Van de Ven. Maddison keeps it away from Odegaard. And Saliba can only help it on. Richarlison gets through it again. And that's a good save. But it's the first booking. It goes to Declan Rice. I'm not really sure what for. We just sliding a bit late there on Bentancur, but it didn't really seem to affect him that much. And we're going to have a change of Andrew Postecoglou. On comes Destiny Udogie on for Jed Spence, who, in my opinion, has been keeping Bukayo Saka relatively quiet. Also looking to play off on the back again. Right, it's got to be careful now. Martinelli. Away from Porro. Here's Trossard now, and he's having a bit more luck here, the Brazilian, against Porro. Here is Martinelli. Like to find Trossard, but Romero steps up and breaks it. Kulusevski. Johnson. Spurs look at the way of the pitch again, but Rice puts it stop to all of that. Odegaard. Trossard now through the centre. That's a beautiful turn. And the finish needed better. It's got to, like, if you're faced with a one-on-one, you have to be putting those away. And Son races onto the pitch there. Matthias Tel coming off. 2 early substitutions there from Postecoglou. The longest serving Spurs servant. Trossard. Again! Side netting. That was a bit better, but it wasn't an awkward angle and he might have had better options. Including one spicy little chili. It didn't really look like trouble in Bukayo that much as he takes his time with this goal kick. Van de Ven. Back into Vicario. That's new doggy. Anderson. Making his way through the centre. He's found Son. And Timber, that's immaculate defending. Saka. Odegaard's heavy touch takes it through him. And Trossard almost lost possession there, but Odegaard has to come in and break that up. Saka. Odegaard. This is Rice now through the centre. Declan Rice. We're going to find Trossard. This is a wonderful run by Rice. And if it went for Van de Ven, he would have been clean through. Johnson. Arsenal back pedaling here. Keep going with the tackle. You can tell Spurs' press is definitely getting to the Gunners. This is certainly not what they expected after their Week 14 demolition of the Tottenham Hotspurs. Top spare, what's that? Maddison. Oh, that for a pass. Son into Richarlison. This could be some goal. Robinson! Picture perfect. Double trouble for Mikel Arteta. Super Son, the super sub, makes it 2-0. A goal and assist for Richarlison. He'll be chuffed with that. 66 minutes gone. And Arsenal are staring in elimination yet again. Odegaard now, hoping to change things. Again, Odegaard. Outside the foot and whiskers wide, but Bukayo didn't even bat an eyelid. When was that? We weren't that close. Tottenham have never gone past the semi-finals. Could this be the year? Depends on how things go over the next day and a half, but they currently will face PSG. Unless Atletico or AC Milan have something to say about that. Richarlison. He'll lay it off for Kulusevski. And he'll hit one! Oh! Well, Ryan was jumping up with that one. quick reactions there. On comes Danso for Van de Ven. Romero! We got a goal in their last home victory. Shock with that. In their second to last, sorry. They're the one that clinched it, actually. Against Villarreal. Here's Trossard. Thomas Partey. Now Bukayo Saka. Back to the game he comes. Bukayo Saka. Oh, what a save, Bukayo. And it's still not in. And finally Trossard clears up the goal line scramble and gets Arsenal within one. But that was just absolute chaos in the Spurs box. Bukayo couldn't hold on to it. It's a lovely save to deny Saka at first. Partey's the immediate danger there. It's fallen to Trossard from the penalty spot and he's just smashed it into the empty net. So 15 minutes to save themselves. Can Arsenal pull it off? Son. Here is Udogie. Maddison, here comes Spurs. They want to put the death knell in. Perhaps it's Johnson from distance. It's caught by Raya. But once not parried by the Spaniard. Odegaard. Here's Rice now. The game's opening up now. Danso. Spurs loving that clearance there. Have a Charleston over top. Son ever the more dangerous. Maddison trying to get it through, but Johnson up against Louis Skelly. Not seen much of that. Kulusevski with some defensive capabilities there. 10 minutes to go now. Richarlison. North London is white for the moment. But what do Arsenal have up their sleeve here? It's Martinelli. Sends Pedro Porro. He's miles ahead of him. Up against Romero now. Plays it for Trossard. That's lovely. It's gone through Vicario. But it's bobbled just as it reaches the goal line. Well, the byline, sorry. Another top quality stop from the Italian. And it keeps Spurs in the game. He's definitely man of the match. Son. Richarlison now. Through the gap. Richarlison! Couldn't keep it down. One last potential roll the dice now for Arsenal. Mikel Merino on for Thomas Partey. Louis Skelly chips it for Rice. Odegaard. In towards Martinelli now. Louis Skelly on the overlap. Can Martinelli find him? Oh, you bet he can. What can MLS do? Martinelli, a lovely ball back towards Trossard. And another one into the box. It was aimed for Marino's head, but Vicario claims quite easily. And back Tottenham call once again. They are not parking the bus. They are not laying up. They have 4 minutes to hold on. It's for Richarlison. He goes for goal. Hoping to waste some time and straight up Raya. And also go for it again. The urgency now kicking in for the Gunners. Merino. 2 minutes remain. Odegaard. Spurs backing off. He rides the challenge of Bentancur with ease. But he's losing the options here. Merino. Trossard. Saka. Offside. What a play by Udogie. And that is going to be it. They're going to bring in Ben White for some reason. I don't know why. But they won't have enough time. We have 10 seconds left and they're going to go just like that. Udogie's going to play keep away. Danso in the centre. And Tottenham Hotspur make the last 8. Off the back of an incredible goalkeeping performance. How they needed him in February. Son's goal proves to be the difference, but Richarlison definitely deserves credit as well. It's another lost season for Arsenal. Maybe they'll have better luck in the Ultimate Cup. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, it is Spurs that paint North London white as they win by a final score of 2-1. So that's the first of 2 games for today. Done and dusted. Arsenal definitely fought back in the second half. 3.7 to 3.6 XG. That's probably because of the chance there for Trossard. But Charleston actually gets Man of the Match awards, unfortunately. Romero actually dropped to a 7.4. That was probably because of the goal. Nevertheless, it wasn't like he was going to win it with that. If we have a look at the saves, actually, he made 5 of them, all left side. Ryan definitely making it more. Yeah, 9. And he actually got 7.1 because of the 2 goals he conceded as well. Tim, one of their better players, gets subbed off. Then again, that was towards the end, so you never know what they would have done. Probably nothing. Trossard with an 8 as well. To go with an 8. Hang on a minute, what the hell? Am I seeing things? How do you get an 8 orange rating and then an 8 green rating? That don't make sense. It just doesn't, does it? So that'll do it. That'll do it as we finally say so long from London, England. We are back. We are going to be back in England for the quarterfinals for Anfield as well. Tottenham head on into the last 8. They'll play away against, well, some team. Unless Atletico and Milan make it through. Otherwise, we've got a problem here. And that is going to do it. As we say, so long. I'll be catching my flight to Munich. See you, everybody.